So for this coffee table, my sister-in-law wants there to be a design in the center. So what I did is I marked out, I think you can see that on camera. This is the center point. Actually, I'm referencing off this side closest to me, and there'll be a little bit extra left over here that we'll just trim off once we get this whole thing done. But what I did is I have these lines marked to find the center of each of my boards for the design. What I'm going to do is, because the design is going to go just like this, I'm going to put it on my line, and I'll mark, well, I guess I'll turn this around. I'll put it on my line, and it'll go just like so, to where the center of this board is on the center of the length, and we'll have this referenced that way. But I'm going to start and work this way to begin with, and then I'll come back and do the other side. And I'm going to just glue and brad nail these from the top. And I do not want a bunch of squeeze out, so you can see I'm kind of just applying this in the center and not getting too much, because I don't want squeeze out that's going to mess up my other boards I lay down. First board's down and looks good, so we're going to go ahead and do the next one. Same thing, it's got a mark here, and it'll go just like that on this side. And what we'll do for this next one is we will apply some glue to this edge here, so it sits up, it'll be stuck to, it'll glue up against this board here. And this one I'll just line up with this one and push firm against the board next to it. After looking at it in person, my sister-in-law decided that she wanted these boards here stained, so I'm going to stain them really quickly, which I was going to stain them before I put these boards on, but now we'll just try to be real careful and get these stained quickly. Here you can see I'm just going back and applying brad nails to each of these boards and gluing them down. The glue is going to do most of the work. It's going to hold everything in place. The brad nails are just to hold it until the glue dries. Now you're going to see me trim off one of the edges. This is going to cut it to final length, and boy did this look good once it was done. I also had to cut off the extra on the ends. Now we're going to go back and apply the trim finish to the edge of these boards and glue it and brad nail it as well. Lots of glue, lots of brad nails in this project. And we're even going to get a few pocket hole screws here in a few minutes. Nice shot on my driveway. Here I'm cutting the legs. These are just 1.5 by 1.5 square legs. I glued them to the sides and to the bottom of the table, the coffee table, and then I'm going to use some brad nails and some trim pieces to help hold it in place. I don't know if it was necessary, but I thought this would be some extra support just in case that leg was a little weak, since it's going to have no support down lower. More brad nails, more glue, and more of these little blocks to hold it in place. I'm not a big fan of the plastic leg levelers that they provide you, so I'm using some T-nuts and hammering them in because I like them a lot better. I've already applied the first couple of coats of wipe-on polyurethane to the top of this, and if you see me talking and not lining up, it's because the audio didn't sound real good when I was doing this, so I decided to voice over this part. So I've already put on probably 3 or 4 coats of polyurethane, wipe-on polyurethane onto the top and to the legs. I'm going to go back and sand it with 320 grit sandpaper, until it feels smooth to the touch. Then I'll simply just wipe it off with a tacky cloth, and I'll be ready to apply the final coat or two of polyurethane. And I'm using this wipe-on polyurethane, which I absolutely love. This stuff is great. So you guys can see that the coffee table is finished. Got all the polyurethane on it. It looks good. I use that gloss finish for the polyurethane, and I really like it how shiny it makes it look. And I personally like it, and I think that my sister-in-law is going to like it as well. So this happens to be your first video. You might as well go ahead and hit that subscribe button, and you can see more videos like this and other projects I have going on. You can check me out on Twitter and Instagram now as well, and there's also, I think, a Facebook page. I don't use it a lot, but Instagram and Twitter I'm more active on than Facebook for sure. So thanks again for watching, and as always, y'all will see me next time.